Today, as a part 3 of my Venezuelan series, you will get to see all the new notes from this year. All those notes you see here, they were just introduced this year, and they already lost about all of their value. The last one who was introduced, the 100,000 note, it was introduced about 6-7 weeks ago. So, interestingly, all those notes look about exactly the same. They are exactly the same as the old notes of the lower denominations. Yes. Yes, they just need it because the Bolivar was that the inflation rate was that high. At the end of last year, they have already been plans to print higher denominations, but I was quite surprised that they just made that. But it's understandable because they don't have the time to just completely create a new design. You need to have also those printing plates which are engraved, and that would be a process which would take years, and they didn't have the time. So those notes were planned to be introduced at the end of last year. They had some delay, and they were introduced in February, and first it was the 500, 5,000 and 20,000 denominated, then the 10,000, and then 1 and 2,000 some weeks later. And at the time they introduced the 500 note along with this other note. $1 was about 1,000 or a bit more Bolivares on the black market. Yes, with all those exchange rate, it was quite complicated. By now it's more easier. Or it's still complicated because you have several government controlled, more or less controlled exchange rate. The worst one is still 10 Bolivares for $1, and this has nothing to do with reality, and it's just a meme for some of those socialist politicians it's an instrument for those with access to power to make big corruption business. Everyone who can buy dollars at this rate will be a rich man. And what's interesting about those notes is their unbelievable modern security features. They're really stunning, and I really like those colors too. Yes, there's not much to say about the design, so I will forward to the security features. Yes, that's a 1,000 note. I never saw this before. Yes, and here's the old 500. Yes, look at this date. It's from March 2017. There's not even the first series. It's from somewhere in 2016. That's a 2,000 note. That's an A series. By now they have 8 digits, so 100 million pieces for every letter. Yes, and if you have this interesting security stripe. I know this from, it's some kind of a Russian technology, or I saw it on Goznak printed notes. And here it gets really interesting with the security features. Yes, we have this ink, that's nothing special. Yes, this from 2016. And yes, it's about this security stripe. And I guess that's a really expensive to produce note, and it's not worth its money. Look at this. It's really cool. So there's a 10,000 note. By now they have the same one, and it's a really low serial number. I got luck with this one. I ordered this whole set from the USA, and I paid $35 in total. It's a lot more than the face value, but that's worth it. Okay, so the face value by now is more than 100,000 Bolivares for $1 already. Yes, this was the largest note until some weeks ago. And that's a 100,000 note, and that's really like a bad joke. Look at this. They just use the old paper. Yes, that is what you can change at the computer, and you can change the color without changing the printing plates. They remain exactly the same, and yes, they could use the same paper as for the 100 notes. Yes, and that's how to destroy wealth and to wrap a population completely with hyperinflation, and they continue with it. Next year will be really bad again. We will see the Bolivar hitting a lot more than 1 million, I guess. And we will see new notes. Hopefully, because there's need of it. By now they have a problem with cash. By now in Venezuela they have, yes, they almost have no cash by now. So that's I guess this video will be obsolete, as there will be new denominations. I'm really curious about how they will continue with new notes. Will they print another series of that with 1 million or something like that going on? So it will be like in Zimbabwe. They just had this stone, and they just changed the color, and yes, they just changed the color and the denominations. Okay, so this was my favorite currency of the whole world. I really like this design, and the security features are incredible, but they're already worthless, and just the paper is more than its face value. Okay, this was the Venezuelan currency special. Stay tuned for some other currencies.